Así Hablaba Quetzalcóatl, Thus Spoke Quetzalcóatl is a beautiful tale that offers upliftment to all truth seekers yearning for spiritual understanding. In this book, we follow the travels of the legendary Aztec god Quetzalcóatl, who is the story's enlightened master. In his offering of discourses to earnest seekers, we see that Quetzalcóatl highlights the importance of the inward journey. Transcending both time and space, this journey reconnects us with the inner heavenly light and music. Thus, the words from Así Hablaba Quetzalcóatl illuminate one's spiritual endeavors with profound truth. I have come. In the season of the year when flowers opened their buds and when fields began to dress in green, Quetzalcóatl came down from the mountain. His body was as slim as a cane, and his beard glittered with the rays of the sun. His clothing was a long tunic, and he was barefoot. His eyes were deep, and his gaze was far as distance. For 3 days and 3 nights he walked the streets of Tula as if he were asleep, and he lived in its squares, and he gazed at its people, but it was only until the 4th day that he opened his mouth to speak. And he looked at the men and women from Tula, and saw their hearts, and in them he saw a lot of hunger for truth, and eagerness to come out of the blindness that was imposed on them in past ages by nonsensical traditions. And this is how he spoke to them. People of Toland, I have not come to tell you words that become erased and vanish with time like dry leaves in winter. I have come to give you life with my breath, and to enliven you at this time in which Sister Nature herself will soon refuse to yield fruit. I have not come to give you norms, nor to ask you to believe in the outside, to ask you to flood with joy temples and squares. I have come to tell you that your temple is in your heart, and that prayer is your work, as well as sincere surrender towards the needs of those who are weaker and who need you. I have not come to promise you great things, nor to fill up your hearts with illusions and your head with fantasies. I have come to tell you that the door of time has opened and said, let us give entrance to the period in which man takes consciousness of mankind, and forgets about himself to be in each one of his brothers. Blessed were and are those who open this path and tread upon it with the bareness of humility. They saw the new seed that prepares the school of the world to receive the new man. I have not come to heal bodies deformed by time and twisted by the pain of existence. I have come to clean the white wings of the soul and to teach them how to fly. I have come to comfort and give strength so that the burdens of suffering become light. Peace and love to all beings. Don't sleep in selfishness. In those times, the fields of Tula resembled paradise, and many were the pilgrims who came to seek peace in it. Some were seeking for the comfort of their hearts and for the fluttering of their spirits, because the wind spread through the fields the voice of the messenger from the heavens. And others arrived and knelt before him, waiting for his word as if it were the morning star itself. But he got them on their feet, saying, Children of the moon, don't get confused. Do not take this body of mine for an altar, because it is not even worthy of raising the smoke of a bonfire. Rather, wake up the altars that sleep in your hearts, and clean them, and prepare them to offer sacrifices. And when all your sacrifices are brought together one by one, true it is that even God the Father himself will come down, feeling praised. Do not sleep in selfishness, because it is your worst enemy. Overthrow it, and you will transcend as do the birds in the sky. They do not worry about food or drink, nor about treasures for tomorrow. There are many who keep their riches as if they could buy death with it, and many are those who waste them as if they could lengthen life with that. I truly tell you that they are nothing but ignorant people who don't know the truth. And so one of those who were listening asked, "What is the truth in relation to that?" I truly tell you, he who knows that all he possesses is not his, but rather the possession of heaven, knows the truth. Yet he who gives everything he has to those who need it, fulfills it. Brilliant viewers, it's been a pleasure to have you with us today for I Have Come and other selections from Así Hablaba Quetzalcóatl, Thus Spoke Quetzalcóatl, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom.